in 2011, pending election. So in 2010, on 18th December 2010, the union was taken over by army and the police on the directive of President Museveni. We had stocks of coffee, we had the money on the account. I can tell you that in not less than 2 years, we had sold the coffee, paid the debts, we had the cash in the bank. When they took it for 5 years.
So from 2010 to 2015?
Yes, and do you know the reason they're saying? Nandala is getting money outside through this cooperative union, that the money is not coming from coffee to finance the elections of opposition, that's from for democratic change at that time. And yet it was not true. And that's why I said this government is funny. All money which comes in this country comes from Bank of Uganda. So I asked them, where show me in the Bank of Uganda that I got the money? And when the money comes, it goes on the account of just what? Cooperative union. My dear, they are taking the union. And that's what I'm going to talk about, how what they did to you. Your people have not fought for you. And now that means you, the locals, now yourselves. Okay, everybody's local from your area. But some of you, the young one, you should get up to fight this. Now this one, we succeeded. But you want to know the whole story at the end. So we decided, after elections of 2011, now the idea was that I called people to strike, to demonstrate. If that means on 19th, that day 18th, on 19th, and raise people to demonstrate, they would have demonstrated. But I said no. Now the idea, what we got the information said that when they demonstrate, they would kill about 2 or 3 people. Then they would hold Nandala for murder charges. Then I would end up in Maluku. You know, Maluku is our prison. If not Maluku, maybe it was which one is the prison here? Maybe Gulu prison.
The Gulu prison.
Now elections were in January. You are aware. So if I'm in the prison, one of the other things is that
you'll miss election.
No, I'd been nominated. But when the...
But will you campaign when in prison?
No, you can't.
You cannot campaign.
But also the worst one is that when the commander is away, the forces are demoralized. So that would have what they were looking at. So I told the no, the union is going nowhere. They will eat us, but we shall come back and fight. Now that's why, if you are aware of the election of 2011, we had trucks, tankers, we had guns, and I was even shot in the what? I was even shot in the leg. I hope you are aware I was even shot in the what? In the leg. So that's the genesis. So now 5 years, we're outside the union, but engaging, fighting back.
And you came back?
Now let me say how they come back. So government was convinced, roadmen wrote petitions, said no, Nandala is no more, he has left the union, just hand off our union, we want to run it ourselves. Now government had taken out the money which was there under coffee. And the farmers now had gone back to middlemen. I hope you're getting this story. But they were feeling the pain of the union. But remember in those 2 years, if you ask Enemugisu, he will tell you, we ask him, how do you call coffee in your place? Coffee is called Nandala. When they're dry cleaning it, they say Nandala.
We are cleaning Nandala.
Yeah, my Nandala, you people. So that's what happened. Now, they fight, of course, I would engage also, said no, it's wrong about this union, it's not yours. We'll go, we'll fight and whatever, until government agreed that they should return the union. Now that day they agreed to return the union. The meeting was held in the Barry Resort. Barry Resort was what I call the Barry Resort. So I came in, but my interest was I was invited to hear the report which they had done, which does not say anything about him, it talks about the old board of the NRM. So Bagisus came. They said, no, Nandala is going, we're not going to be Nandala for us. We finished him. But all of them knew what they wanted. So the guys who had put on here, the NRMs, they what? So when they came, they were saying, now, the report is here, but I think the new chairman...
So tactically, they just made it, they did it tactically.
Tactically. Now we are understanding what they did tactically. So people were, in fact, Euro then they knew, Nandala is what? Finished. So they're seated. And the reason why you have to, in cooperatives, they don't put somebody who is absent, must be present. So the person put up a hand when they have arrived, the chamber was the minister, said, when you bring nomination, he said, Nandala. The woman looks at him and said, then he said another year. Said, I second him. The third one, he said the nominations what? Closed. Now you have declared, you have opened elections, you can't change. He said no, and they started dancing. What? So that's how I come back in 2015. I hope you're getting this story. Because they knew I was a shield to them. If you ask them now, because a shield is somebody which protects somebody from. So I come back. So when I come back, because I destroyed everything, I start again from negative until we pushed it. As we speak now, it is, you see, it's a commitment.
Maybe before I leave, Honorable Nandala, how are the Bagisu now benefiting from this cooperative union?
Yeah, that's what I'm now coming. So Bagisu, because there are no middlemen, Bagisu cooperative union is the determinant of the price, you understand? It says your coffee will, the deposit you will get, it's called a deposit because after selling, you pay with the second payment is 18,000. So if it puts 18,000, these middlemen, even if they go, they will tell them no, unless you give me 18,000 plus. Yes, BC might not have cash immediately because it is we who collected it. They say, but it must be more than what? 18,000. So it is one of the, it makes farmers better because it sets the price which takes care of
the farmer.
The farmer.
So all the primary union bring their products to the main union.
But should you go as a businessman wanting to buy there? They say no. Right now, if unless the money is more than 18,000, we can't give even one single bit. Now, but they know, which is cooperative, they will pay. Like now as we speak, there is no date. We have given them the deposit of 18,000. We are going to sell. Then we pay them the second payment. As we speak now, I think we have over 5 million kilograms as now, because this is not as started. But we're sure we're going to get over 20 million kilograms. So now the farmer is comfortable. And one of the other things that are comfortable is they say, Nandala can never allow us to be cheated. You understand? Ask them, they will ask them, they will tell you Nandala is a man, they will never allow us to be cheated. Our coffee is safer in the hands of what? Nandala. Our union with property is safer than. When we came down, sold properties, I was selling many of them. But you know, BC owns half of Bali Town, if you're aware. 12 jacks of land. What I came when I did is to add on properties. I've added on land, I have added on buildings, renovated the old one. Now we're one of the buildings which is, have you ever been to Mali? There's a big building at the bus park.
The bus park side.
So that's, I think, the first story building with a lift in Bali. Renovated, what? Converted it to a 5-star. You better visit it. It's not yet complete, but we're opening soon. A 5-star.
That is for the Bagisu cooperative.
Cooperative union. Changed it. It was flat. People saying and were not. By then it was so Mountain View, Oregon was ours that sold it. So putting in my energy and said, this is now. How are the Bagisu benefiting? They're having money now coming in their what?
In their pocket.
In their pockets. when I wanted to not to stand again as the chairman, I wanted my vice to take over. Now, on that day, I said, no, I've come, I've been around for long. It is time I exited out the stage. Now, at that time, we were going, that was in the 2020, we were going to go for election in Mani. They asked me a question. So it means you have left us. No, but I said, Musira, we wanted to be the chairman.
The vice is there. To take
Right
over.
there, there's NRM. They said, Nada, are you sure you have left us? But then they said, if you leave us, then we're going to destroy your house. You know, I sleep in the village. They said, we're going to clear this village house. I said, but what I have done is, and me, I pushed it up to the end. So the minister was there, and I was there, and the returning officer and the commissioner. They brought my name, and of course my vice was disappointed. And all of them said, no, Nanda, I have to be the chairman. That's when they came and held my hands that unless you have sold us. So that is the commitment we talk, which I bring in this election. So you give me an assignment, and one of the things I'm going to do is to revive all cooperatives so that everybody is happy.
Maybe, let me get back to Agri, maybe briefly in 2-3 minutes before you continue. Agri,
I'm very sorry I've talked about
no.
It's okay. It's okay.
It can be summarized.
It's okay.
Yes, Agri, quite let me pardon to look Panangala.
For matter, Umera moderator, for the trial of Radio Speak FM, Jawadi Eni, Mania Kilona Kera, Agri Cave, and the Council Beach. Majumbelo amati ya sub-county, council mamoro. Ati karan maneno lo kumfonye, tikilim kacheti go plan, madomo district local government. Mera anbera tiye ngare chen matie district executive, papati FDC amoro district. Lokbera mago flag pa FDC, pichon picheri parliament, Pikitak North constituency, 2026-2031. Ana foi ritual, beru kigum, mele utam keju inel matien. Tutwala mera for tutwal presidential flag bearer mamekwa that it right honorable Nathan James Nandala Mafabi pe kinero met grupo ko campaign mamege yo manyuruma iko mwandwa actually that it lo mapol pa mera dore mapol tutwal that it udore comme la peine ma ini penyo ne willock mapire ter ikin me campaign pa party FDC en machal la chung me president me Uganda my campaign netika chung konwayo ni fixing the economy, money in our pockets chung ni ngor twale kumponda kingang chela ditu wajo ni enini machel gonye ni neno ni waneno yo kinmeti kilim kinmenya yo lonyo ma oy tinda te deo ba ko dwa mano ke dijeni jebagi en wajo ni loke eni chung kom dule mano gena ngwen madon achiel yo bedo katere malacho twale ma ena ye yaro kimio kero malaji pi lo mefu jato wa agriculture wa ni gamente pa NRM ichawa ni ene budget magenti ka kero ni tiri tutwal ikum agriculture en machalo en nandala mafabi kadon diri maja en dano mi ye ku medical le dano mi ni en ibi neno ni kero percent apa pa budget me Uganda agriculture
No kumfu.
Pian ka Kenya ye guri kama kilwaji le mo wani ngo chere dingi Uganda uchuni ye donc ero yar ni eniti ye jin mapoli ye kenyu ye ti ye lok medwa ko chen lok pa cooperatives chalo west actually cooperative is actually cooperatives kon mio la bol mapol kon jung tutwal ikom bugisu cooperative union ma eniti won komme kare malaj mauna ya mjima pol katika kilo la gam papeho madanti kede tika kilo limi jepa gi umiyo ni wet jimni ino won mabe umir kinen ni kimiyo ker ker me fu tutwala yet malo wako mi yo menyayo tich kile tienwa kagi ker dong pasena pa ma ene waje ni me budget tien loke ni fu madan fu womme yermalo tic me yeni no dantika no tic limbere no binonge ki fu ni eni umiyo la bole ya chuli kan eni neno ki wine ni wano tiki ngom mabe ma cheko gwana gimada chawan en ma wano logo ni gwana tiki moje male mono luoni starch mabe tutuan mati chukati wa malamal pian jitiyu kere iji mapol chale oriad ma owaje ni kila chiel kikene kala miliona chiel keli mia ngwen man eni tigi mapire tek tutuan mamiro ukondwa nyuru koko ne ni kero ne eni melok me funi imeriket lim we ko kony ki duok chien ko iji mukene machalo fur pamagi pama cha wanung ya chuli ki wajini no fur pama no beke kun tena yam chon ya chuli pama chek mada dok pama cha ni bongi ma wano ro ko wa polle wengi yu ki pama chidung pama chuka cha do pe ni man entiga teme pian ji mo chalo mil gi milas gi mana yang chon ti lao gi kwene no chani get peke eni gin ma eni ni miero ki duok chien ko ko lwa eno medo ni kin ko ji mo ken ma pere tek ma ke mo lokum fu ene ye medwa ko chen gin ma lemon way DFIs no district farm institutes magi ye ubero kabere chiel mano lwa mati fu we gin no kero me konyo dano me konye kingi uno ngej marwata me fu uno gino ngeki ye ichawa ni gamente pa NRM ubalu jimne egini weng o we dano fu gi kero ne peche ranyim so ene igamente mege pa FDC itiki neno ni mier ki duok chien district farm institutes wa ko bet ka kabere chel makonyo lwa kwa meno ngej wa ko ilker me fu gi malo uchiaro kon chung matek ki peny ma ini penyo eno tiere kon kira bukisu cooperative union ti kwede pingo ko o watini adito tiero kin ma gripe keri community ka chel gitiyo ka chel ichawa ni gin madit lo mo time ena yeni gine gitiki kero me mo wel kin ma gicharo keri ko figi kero me fur ko fu ero char malo mena mader madit lo wen ki kwanyo awaro man matkelo pere kom la jam wero chato wel you coffee ma megi ka beri wel ma be eno gen no be ke twero giep yan gene gi mo wel ki ma mier jeme eno be kere ya gikene la ditu lo ma pol ma challa bol ko bugisu cooperative union on wajani gen gi wino ngom gi medo chani giru geru matika kilo lim ma pol dante ki limi jebagi ene ye foundation unyo guri ma entika bino kwere ma chalo president ma Uganda mati yo kabino menene ene kelu pero me luen me chan pero me luen mu duro no mero gen juma mar mu duro yalla mu se veni gini maro ni anengo utum mo so ni ano piara ngwane dong ene ende bino ki mi ere karwere luen me chan me luen ko chan ke nya lonyo ki ke nya lonyo one bit kilibi jeba wa we mani lo
for the translation of better summarizing of better let me get back to Nathan. You that was the first pillar about generating.
Let me finish it so that you get it.
We go to the next one.
So now it's one of the reasons you see that you cannot trust somebody with a job who has no experience. Yes, you first teach him to get experience, then he can get the big job, the final one. And if somebody has an idea, the one should take on the one. So what I was explaining to you, that we are now in the usual people have money, they are creating jobs. Because if I have a shop, well, managing the shop, I don't go to the garden, I'll have to look for somebody to work in my garden. My shop is very big, I'll need some workers to come and assist me in the shop. I'm just giving you an example how jobs are created. So that's opportunity. Now here in the West, in Choli, if we bring cotton, which is known as white gold, I can tell you, it is going to go a long way. Put money in people's pockets. Because cotton is bought world over, we know the prices, but it's basically some people have gone underground, have done underground contracts to avoid people from going to grow cotton so that they undermine their income. And that's deliberately to make people what? Poor. Now we have fish. Now gold, coffee is gold. Now coffee is called black gold. Cotton is called white gold. Then we have fish, which is a blue economy for jobs. Fisheries is very good, and it can create if boys and girls who are fishing, okay, our people are fishing. You don't have to bring army men. You make bitumen management committee. Then if they don't have the nice gear to fish with, you give them. But also we can do fishing in our swamps. There's a lot of swamps in northern Uganda.
Like in Laos sub-region.
Come you know the place. There's a lot of, you can do ponds. I have my 2 sons who graduated this year. They are doing ponds. For them, they are now employing 33 people. I support them, but the jobs I've created, but I believe within the next 4 to 5 years, they will be up there and we shall have over 1,000 workers to work with them. Then, of course, cotton, the white gold. Then we have the tea, and those were the cash crops of Uganda. The money magnets. Then the cooperatives, which I'm talking about, they drive. So they will take the things through cooperatives, and the cooperative will build the marketing, and we're going to build silos. And whatever you produce as in agriculture will be bought. If it's not yet bought, government will be your marketing manager. They will be in silos until the price is what? Is good. And you'll be given a warehouse receipt so that you are able to go to any bank and cash your warehouse or get some money on it. But also we bring back cooperatives, which you are talking about. But also we will have to, the law provides for cooperative bank, which was removed by NRM in 1998, which was helping cooperators. When the cooperative bank comes and agriculture bank to give people money at no interest, because these are their own banks, and that will deal with it. And of course, then that's because we're dealing with trade. Then the industries that we're processing, other industries now, because people have money, there will be demand. Let me give an example. If you're taking 1 beer, and now you have a job, you will take 10 beers. Are you getting me? And you know beer comes from sorghum. So if you're taking 10 beer, that means the demand for sorghum will what?
Will grow.
Yeah, because the demand for beer is there. The producers there, they will bring more lines to produce beer. And as they produce more lines, employment comes in. So everything has a big effect because we're creating jobs so that people become a big tax base. When you get money, you consume. And you know, people may not be knowing. We're paying taxes every minute. We buy a bar of soap, you pay 2,400 shillings tax. A kilo of soap, 2,300 tax. A kilo of sugar of salt, 480. That liter which goes in the mosaic before you sit on, 1,500 tax. So these are the monies they collect. And the reason why we're saying we're coming to resolve the matter, these are the monies they steal over 10 trillion every year. That's why the tax base is high. Now, how does the tax base, how does the tax rates are high? How do you know that? You don't, because a poor mother and a poor dad does not know that the soap is buying as a tax, is that they, instead of tax being 100, 200 shillings, is 2,400. Let me give an example. If soap will put 200 shillings, our tax, then that means a person will save 2,200, which he will buy other goods or he can buy more goods. Now, but every day this is the man that said, I put a tube in us, they're sucking us every day. And that's one of the things I'm talking under Pillar 4, to stop corruption. And I'm going to do it without fear and favor. Good governance and leadership. That's under Pillar 4. So now when you stop corruption, you save the tax. You understand? The demand for tax, you don't have to tax so heavily. But also when you're putting empowered many people to have money in the pockets, like I was saying, because of jobs, they will buy. Those who have not been buying sugar, they will buy. Those who have not been buying soap, they will buy. As they buy, they are paying what? Tax.
They're paying tax.
And the country grows in that sense. The other pillar which I wanted to, but before I go again, in this area, we're going to even put money. A PDM, they are giving 100 million per parish. For us, we're saying no. We're giving 100 million per village. So if there are 10 villages in a parish, you're going to get a total in that parish 1 billion. And the reason you cannot develop a country from top. You develop it from what? Down. And that's why I don't agree with groups which mummies have. They Sunday groups, they go there and we're going to make sure you have a cooperative society. And this cooperative society is the one where that people are there have the same, they have same interests. Now this is societies which we want to come up will be doing their credit and savings. Not go to the money lenders who are going to finish them. It is money lenders which have made our people more poor. And I can tell you what is it done. It is done by the knowledge of the NRM government. And this one, if it wasn't, we have a village intelligence officer, VISO, security officer. He knows what is going on. And the person who is doing money, I want you to ask who are the money lenders. Take a picture of the money lenders. They are similar, they come from one region. Now, was it that God decided to take money in one region and not to give other regions? And that's why we talk about equality. Now, how do they get that money? They get our money, public money, they come here just to clean it up. Now, that's why I was saying, the programs in 7 and the system I put on have failed because none of the people have come out of poverty. And I can read for you the programs. There was a Tandikwa, there was a Bokurembeka, there was a Wanabagagawale, there was Prosperity for All, there was a Mioga, there's Operation West Question, and General Ali is here. Sorry, General Sally is here. I don't know, I would have got actually with money. So he said he's just here walking around, bring Balalos, take your land, because even the land to be taken is a deliberate effort. Because if your cows were on land, would they bring another cow to put it there? No.
Where would they put
Where would it be? Because the land would be occupied. And they discovered now they have chopped your cows, now they have brought the cows to do it. Even they told them to go away, they have not gone. I don't know, I've been walking here getting, your cows had no, they never had long horns. They had short ones. Did you have long ones here?
No.
So if you see long ones, that's not yours. You are aware what you have gone through in the camps and whatever for over 30 years, what you have gone through. In fact, in northern Uganda, actually Rango, we have lost a generation. A big, and that's terrible to us, which must have a deliberate effort to deal with. So now, if I am here on the radio, I want somebody who has ever got and left poverty, that he got the money of it and now he's a billionaire. The people they parade every day are people who are established. Yesterday, I think, or yesterday, but one, was in Usoga, he said, see this person, he got money from PDM, he got a cow, he gets 8 liters per day. I don't know which cow he got immediately before we of 8 million. But let me explain. You know it was even UBC doing it. It gets 8 million, and the good thing is UBC is a government entity. He says it gets 8 million, and he makes 10 million shillings a year. My brother, get 10 million, put aside. In a month, that means there are 30 days. 30 times 8 is 240 liters. If you divide 10 million with 240, you get 41,667 shillings. What type of milk buys 1 liter at 41,660? I have asked for, I've Googled to find that type of milk. Maybe it is for medicine, for cancer. Maybe if it's cancer medicine, then not everybody is buying it, or AIDS medicine. So this gentleman, let's play on out by psychology.
Nathan.
Now I'm coming to my
this NRM government. And you know, there's this question also I want to pose to you that this NRM government actually had a lot of initiative on agriculture. Why has it failed to work?
Exactly, that's what I was saying. They don't be. You see, have you ever suffered from malaria?
Of course, I did.
They must give you a full dose. If they give you a quarter dose,
so then was giving us half a dose.
It gives, in fact, it gives a quarter, not a half.
A quarter.
So now the disease has become persistent. So you need somebody to come to give you the 2 tablets, but not 2 tablets because it has become chronic. You need 4 to 5 tablets because it is now
not just on paper.
No, yeah, it is now resistant. So that's why we want to come and give the drug to solve that. Because if it's agriculture, by that here to have land done, you cannot use hands. You need to use mechanization tractors. We have budgeted tractors and given money for tractors. I have worked, I don't know who took tractors for Northern Uganda. We had NAP 1, NAP 2. Nusaf 1, and I was involved in Nusaf 1, where there was the first $100 million of the chairman of national economy. Nusaf 2, Nusaf 3, where is this Nusaf? Where has the money gone? It's corruption. They eat money in the name of people of Acholi. They eat money in the name of people of what? Uganda. I can tell you sure that corruption is very bad. I have seen here that they have released 59 billion because I put pressure on them to pay them. Then Nanis Kasaja was warning people about stealing the money. That means they know the thieves, but they can't arrest them. In fact, in NRM, corruption is their food crop.
No cash crop.
Not cash crop, food crop. So my brother, that's why I was saying that this is a system we must deal with as quick as possible. Because they are trying to do it, people, they blindfold them, so that our people become blindfolded with these programs of jumping up in the air, yet there are people who are stealing. Let me give this one as an example. If you send them to buy 10 kilos of meat, what is that? Is called meat, isn't it? But it is 10 kilos. But then he goes and brings you 1 kilo. 1 kilo is also called what? Meat. So now the Ugandan instead of saying that, you man, you're supposed to give me 10 kilos. Why are the 90 kilos? Because he has seen meat, he starts eating that, he said, I am okay. He's not asking for the balance of the meat of 90 kilos. And that's where I was saying, no, we should come in to resolve what the people to have the 10 kilos instead of 1. And that's why I was saying we're going to fight corruption. Is that fair or fair? Because it's corruption which makes taxes go high. It's corruption which makes people poor. It's corruption which makes service delivery not there. Are you aware civil servants nowadays come from a quarterly release? You know quarterly release, they release money on a quarterly. When they get their quarterly release and they finish, they disappear from what? Oh, from what? We're saying, and another government will pay you well. Should I get you not working? You will know. That's corruption. So, and they will have time sheets to what? To sign. So I'm telling civil servants, yes, you're going to get money, and you should what? You should work. That is my policy. And the compensation now, then I can maybe around my brother. But of course, let me run, then I will come back. The other one, the other name, of course, we shall invest in mineral development, oil and gas. There is a lot of gas here, oil here, and the tourism is another one of the indicators, Dina Manifesto. And then let us strategic number 2. Number 2 is about this is the strategic investment. This is in infrastructure. That's what we talk about roads, railways, water, air transport, ICT, that's the information and communication technology, housing, energy, land, water and environment. Those are the things we're going to look at. But let me look at the road first. First of all, the railway. There was a railway which used to come to northern Uganda. It used to end up in Mpakwaji. It used to carry goods, it used to carry passengers. It was one of the best means of transport. It was destroyed. Now, you destroy a railway, now you're talking of standard gauge, which is high speed and all that. Why did you first remove the lower speed? You should have maintained it. Like BFI houses, they should have maintained it and added on just, but they came and destroyed the district farming strips. That's how people are suffering in agriculture. You have destroyed the rail, that's why transport is too high. I used to study in Miri. There was a time I used to have my colleagues who come from this side. They said for us we will go by rail, by train. I had to go and sit. There were beds. I had to sleep. In fact, by the time I was a young man, by the time I reached Mali, they had to just push me. You get up, you man. You have reached. The student, and for us, some students were traveling for free.
You don't pay.
Yeah, apart from when you are going to sleep, I think that's when we pay little money. But me, I was just small, but they allowed me to sleep. So that's how I enjoyed that. So the rail is destroyed. Transport of goods.
Intentionally.
Intentionally. It's done intentionally. It's not that what. All these programs are done what intentionally.
But opposite have been putting money to revamp those railway lines.
Where
they have been allocating money to actually work on those railway lines.
What has happened if they have been
I don't know.
You better ask. So that's why I was saying they are giving you 1 kilo of meat instead of 10.
When you send them for 10.
Yes.
So the roads, the infrastructure, the roads, to make a road in NRM government, 1 kilometer of tarmac, they still 19 kilometers, and yet the materials are locally here. You are aware of the road. It takes sand, stones, water, cement, and laborers. We're here 95%. Why should the road be expensive, $3 million a kilometer, instead of less than $150,000? Research has been shown Uganda is the most expensive place to make a what?
To make roads.
If President Museveni was serious, in 40 years, even our village roads would have what?
Tarmac.
But nothing.
Maybe, right honorable, to make it clearer, every 1 kilometer of road, every 1 kilometer of road made in Uganda, on the ground it is 1 kilometer, but the cost is for 20 kilometers.
Yes,
This is what-
exactly.
A cost of 1
that
kilometer.
is the standard. In Uganda, 1 kilometer of road is sufficient enough, the cost is sufficient enough to make 20 kilometers, but the 19 is eaten.
So, an example, let me give you an example in Gulu city here. We know roads that had been squeezed by a meter or two. Those are all losses that the city council lost. We know areas where, for instance, from Bank of Uganda to Custom Corner, that road had been squeezed by the leaders then, and the amount of money lost is too. It would even make more roads in the city. Chipimero la dit nandala wachini yubu yo kilometer achiel ikit me wil mete kar me gamente pa yo eriti gene ti yubu ne kwere tereni chene ene gi yo twero yubu yo meromo kilometers piario pol chente wen gi kwano ho idong la dit yo weri tere petit chalo en yo la dit yo weri pe woro ene gudu me en gamente ne yo boni la dit yo weri tere chiro rale ne tuka we waponi karme en ti chiro patong ten di je mukene me no ti chiro rale I patong we mo we agago river me dok gi kwanyo tractor gi district headquarter o chiro ka pe je me eni ti kano ada la dit yo weri Museveni tigi ma kom lobo Uganda mwaka piara ngweni gudi me duong i area me Uganda wen kono wen obero lam chipi menu ene wiye ilokum yo kiren wale kwere tane bot lumemba me parliament menu ko o state house chalo bot wakani watigi la member me parliament achel moche roko ginying monto ni eni ti ka ko monto totwal tractor ene gimiyo ti gange cher ka fukore famme munu lo ka tractor wachini chan meti ya chole gilaoni eni chan megi ti mona kaka pitie lokeni gimeti ini bella chan wek in dirimaga pe bella yela ikumgi chi danum yergi yapangi wachini achuli gilao dul palutinom medwong urwen kingi ene wadgile mono ni lost generations pimwaka piara ngwen ene tere ini nano generation achela miero bet mwaka pija ti tere nano pimwaka piara ngwen mela dit yo weriti yeke generations me chokgin aboro ngunu rwen ulo kum PDM waji en ichwaho ni PDM miero no bet icharo achela gisiti kan cells achela me ketini i word achel ti cells apa cell achela no bino million mia achel tere dong ti cells apa menyuri ni billion achel and chente eni gibedo i cooperatives meno control lebere yot gima mero gibone wachini ikit me pu dano wilo boy weng yake bongo me ini rugu pama ti iye ti pama eni eno luongi le me mono ni ti white gold ikar me chon actually West actually Cooperative Union, East actually Cooperative Union. No gin no the wilo pama enikadong the mogo wel kagi charo kamukene. West actually East actually Cooperative Union weng ginero. Me akaka were luchat awaro gichiat gi will jami pama eni will megin gimero. Me eni bena awaro peni awaro ikumane awaro megin chalo gamente gikero wet gibin gi will jami will la pen kagin gichero will me malo. La bole mukene ubedi lo kumnyim. Ikar mukarangech nyim no dongi wilo kila chel aliba para pa. Chia waro doni kin pin chero pala beko bino coach goma kangi kwene ni weng wel nyumu poto ru wachiling aliba der eni gititi mona maka ka ni tegene gi wil I aliba para pa dano dok igang gichet me duong wigi do teko do lego luak ni gi pupa ma dok bene gi chak kero dam wa gi chak pero rech eni jim kero chente ka kero tie kedi wa gene majan chai teke don kan yero dano timango dano chare giho gi waji ni cooperative union iket me fu I mean cooperative society nyo cooperative bank teke unu yero en eni jimi me en bi duo ne chen pio gi mi o kero bodu fu igamente me mege apa ku mi a chel ubi bedo chente me eni kero I ministry me agriculture wet lu pu megi wero luak me Uganda chungo getien giare yo duju gibet gikero eni gipila mon mano wachini lok me lwenyi kum chamchana tela gi lodge eni biti yo mete chamchana time dit total NRM wero chamchana do dogo chala ka chamgi chalo wi upo latin gang ma chelo weni pate NRM ti pate panucham ci gi gumarat enda pero doni pate panu chamno ci ben nyuri dong lok ma ti chalo go mu ngoke da ko na ngoke o kene ci pimeno wachi ni bi lwenye kum chamchana bi we hotela bedo mu pore gi lodge e tic pagamento we bedo mu pore mi yenda bol ni lu tic pagamento gin gi bini gang tic tere quota release o donyo teke chene mo ke non pay account no lu tic pagamento betima no gi pay tic ci en e bin eni beti yo me chamchana eni bin ni kip muchar palu tic gi wo palu tic e bi yobo mio pole mar bolone ke FDC
Okay, fine. Because time is
Yeah.
to have the manifesto, shall give you a copy.
All right.
And already you study it and tell our people.
Okay.
The roads will be fixed at a minimum cost, and have been explained that where they need 1 kilometer, instead of 20 kilometers, is now going to make sure. with not political judgments. No justice delayed, just denied. I had a case in court from 2016. They ruled recently. It was a commercial court. I paid somebody money, and the man would run in the paper and I tax my profit of 2 million. Yet he saw it, what I've done is what I was talking about. I was blocked by court
Injunction.
I could not move. You have sunk money there. I lost money because if you have put money borrowed, the interest which is accumulating go to you. When after 8 years, now the Ugandans are not having basic needs of having 3 meals, of having water, of having shelter, of clothing. Uganda has been reduced to second-hand what? Clothes, which is not right. And that's what we were saying we should fight. The youth, we create jobs for them. We give them government contracts. Government contracts, 80% of government contracts will go to Ugandans, if not 100%. But who are the basic ones? The youth. Like supplying food at school. Our mothers who are in the markets will be the ones supplying the food to the school so that they get some income. People with disabilities, this will be having their training colleges. We're going to establish 300 training colleges so that they have even where they do the skills and they're able to work. I remember when I was growing in Bali, there was a place for this disability. They would make bags, they would make baskets, and they were doing very wonderful things. And they would say, wow, goodbye. But now, that's no more. The elder will be looked after. Everyone who makes 65 years plus will be paid 60,000 shillings until he or she goes to meet his creator or operator. The pensioners will be paid on time, and the pensioners means even ex-combatants. Why have the ex-combatants not paid? Why are the veterans not paid? And also in this case, what we're talking about is the compensation of people of Lango, of course Lango is inclusive, Teso, Lango, Acholi, and West Nile. West Nile was supposed to be compensated of the loss, put them on the better footing. But I want to tell you right now, if you talk, Mzee Seven is saying he wants to give you 5 cows. How many families are in Acholi? About 1 million. 1 million times 5 cows is 5 million what? Cows. Where is he going to get 5 million cows? But there's a court ruling which says compensate these people. Why doesn't he give you money? people virtually. But because they are still interested in your land, they don't want to give you the money. Now, if we take 1 million in Teso, that is 5 million. 5 million cows in Teso, 5 million in Lamu, 5 million in Acholi, 5 million in West Nile, 500,000 in Bara and Sebei. That's 22.5, 22.2 millions. Where do you get them? Where? Why don't you give people money? So because they want you to be poor, they can't give you money to include. But if I was a president, I would give you money. You don't need to go back to cows. You can build a house. You will buy cement. You will buy mabati. Those are all having taxes, not on them, because they are indirect taxes. And the economy will grow, by the way. You give them, the things they consume will bring, in fact, out of 1 million, if I've given you, about, in the current government, about 50% will go back in the form of what? Taxes. Now, that's where we go wrong in this country. So we come with a master plan to compensate the people of northern Uganda, and also to make sure they are put on equal footing, because the constitution says all countries will be, all the country will be developed equally, but putting more emphasis to those which are what? Disadvantaged. Now, northern Uganda has been disadvantaged by wars. You have lost people, you have lost property. All those must be compensated. And those are the things which have made you poor, and that's why you're beggar. Because you don't have your cows anymore, you don't have cattle, you are nothing. And that's what Museum 7 wants. Then he brings you, puts you in a truck to deliver you in the field. As he's coming to address you, they carry on the trucks as if you are cows. Then after that, he gives you a Euro t-shirt. He gives you maybe 10,000. Terrible. And the money he's giving is our money we pay as taxes. Because he doesn't have his own money that he trades in the coffee or in the business that he has made. No. He just goes to treasure and picks and starts distributing it. It is so painful. And I feel bad about our mothers and fathers who are poor. That's why I've also come with a plan that these small businesses, we're going to give them city capital so that they grow and without being what? Taxed. Now, the foreigners who are here, I can assure you, the foreigners who can't give tax incentives to foreigners and leave your local people, that doesn't work well. I don't think that's the best way you want the country to what? To run. I've got a message here, it is telling me that even President Museveni is the one who destroyed the Buganda Matoke so that Ankole Matoke what? Comes up. It's terrible. Why would you want to make yourselves better and leave others? And so when in this way I told you, I come with you, what you're touching. But I come to reconcile even the country. North is rising against South. West is again rising against West. Why don't we come as a country? So that's why I come with a reconciliation. And I say that after this election, if you have voted me the president, you will see a reconciled country.
All right. Yes, thank you. Let's check out the wall.
Foi mate for mera amete adok we ritual ilo paradite kin mau katikwede mukeno mera chaga do no roye ma pere te loyo ene la dite ulogo but di lo mapigi tego ma kwena me campaign pa ke FDC diga ye ene wala kanyi lo pagin magdo human capital development. Human capital development ye lokani kinme ilu kero padwa ete dero kinme genti kwede man je makem kum dwa tero fonye lokum yot kumge makem fonye en wajeni metiel minene lokum fonye lutich matial lo fonye de matiga kati matere karani lo fonye ngi bichulu marom wen marom la bon rapport ani indore fonye kono subject mene kono science dano wen rom bien we ini kwan lo fonye be la fonye science no la fonye mono fonye so dano wen bichulu marom wajeni makemo luticho ko wen gamente pa FDC kadong entity president binene ngi kero gin malemo waje minimum wage ini ken lokeni dano wen kinen chul mabe ma giki ubetie we ko mi dano be ki woro dok dano ko marwate so chene mo mi rubetie ma kere chul kadong chaki da bolle ele mi bi kidum dano wen ti mo ken ele mi bi wel materi loyo man pe go olwa me Uganda la ditu waje ni lufonye daktari kirutich mukene pagamente magitiyo matek trale kibibiri ki kar me miyo bot ki gum awego lutera ki kwan menono igany kwan ni yaki primary ni we university wajeni pego mati gan kwan lutera tika wego kwan no gimarach matera be matiga tine me chiel ene yekech igan kwan gamente pa FDC bine ene lutera cham ki gan kwan walu tuch bene guchamo ki gan kwan we kar man kwan award obe adito wajeni chete man magamente kero jui makloni capitation grant me ilu kero le fwenye yu gan kwan timo ngogini ene bine ne me konyo fwenye pa lutera ni ki medu wele uchero malo wege lutera gunung kwan mabe wajini gina chel mapere tek ma mir waj makemundo kum yor kum eneni inyang peko ma didi ya chuli tie kan report matika katiki Gulu Regional Referral Hospital wajini imaga chel dano makaru mia bero ki jologi ki tuo me wich ikar mo karangech uno dano ma ki jole maga chel mo bera big me ya pa ke ken maro nyuruni peko ti matek peko ti twale endi adwone pichan maudi ulwa so en binene odiat wa ko ndano ibinene odiat mer ki yu Gulu Regional Referral Hospital udo odiat pagamente madiet manodo dano no konye do binene jima mete odien madom kene mati woko koni India gini gamente me ugano no okay chik mo mage cho koni Bible nyu Quran mo mawaje ni jemi mir be woko ke ken pere lo manni kono minisa ko nga ituki dege cerkat no kon me yor kom ki woko ni bibiru pere gamente ne dan weng jemi ni weng bi yele ke kero bere Uganda kan dan weng ti kwere maroma dok bere mo ko ndwa be Jadi tu wajah ni, me gimana per tek loyo mungkin ini odian yen bibertie ye kije mungkin ni weng mameta ni yen bibertie lu tijwa mapol mungkin ka ko kwano gi agi wa Uganda wala piani kero magiri tero gi kwede gi lim magiri chulu gi gor twal gin bene lu tiji chulu gi mabe wa buti mabe gi te gi war utero ko kwano pan me no ya gi kene la detu wajah ni dul macam moin police kecil ki jume prison wadah weng bene di bibir ki kare meno gum wa kalau ten ki kwan meno ikamene pa FDC me dok wek ben guti mate dok guti yo mabore mabe waje ni pe ko tie ter madon e Uganda magamende pa FDC ugor po loke weye me achiel gin magno ni greed unyu miri mau karo laju agiri miri man mano indong iparni pi in keken Merio injustice ma ena yeni bedo da ngol mati mamir dang no petika wo dok petika o ichawane me ade wajuni chan mari jima chan mudio dan wo dan pe ki ke mati mujimi yo marwate do wajuni makimu loja lwa kikit me bebe palwa kitela eni binero neni iberu ki kar me dwoko chen gin magaloni tam limits wero mokene mokar ka kar ma president kere ni en gamende bi kwanya ne woko la bolne er wajuni fero lokpa electoral commission ma president ne chimoni mero ero ni perwate en bi kwanya mi beru pe parliament ma mege bi beru parliament ma tiyu keta parliament ma tiyu mate parliament ma pedo ki cerka timu biasara ye mero gin ma pere te ye cerka do lokke kon buru lokum chan ma te kon wajuni imeri mi peko ma dit lokum joti ma te pire ma wan yele ko balbal yele ke kanyi kawe ko Uganda kanyi wele million ariyo ke ken by the way mera po wi atikila mera ma chel waya kwanye ko ma tu chenene imeri hearing aid jime winyo lo yere pe winyo lo mo be jinne ene ki wira elimi ariyo ki Germany but wako Uganda kanyi the cost goes to 700 to 900,000 shillings 3 times wele ki komeni so atamani eni chunga kenyu ki kome bere machal la bol pili million ariyo ki wiye ki ken
Bata million aboro
ente chawa no pili ka ini gamu loan kai we million aboro ke we million abi yan mu joro me ye wele tero karo man jima tika dirwa gamente mati serious kanu gamente mati kero chuje pi kongwa manero ni ada umegi wa lutero matero mago kate ku tika yele ki pili pol no kono timo gin mome konyon lwake eni enti ka neni miri bin yenyi la gam pilo enoni donc en waje ni en mir ni gin makemu lokum juma don makemu lokum lwa teach magamente mimiyo wako machalo contract percent pier bor nyuma karo nyoro beri bodan me Uganda gene guti man do nya teach do ke lo nya chingwa jo muteki program tipiki man dul special interest group program tipiki ni kibimi ni shilling LPR bi shelu bi due ki due ya ke do ini ma PR bi shelu bi pe do PR bi ket pa NRM me bir due de ki mi LPR we bor ya kidong wajani wa lutia ma lu nyuru yo ta miro be tik pagamente me gwa again wa kuno gwa mati gin male mo basic needs mamegi so mana dito wajo kono gi ko lokki wajani gin male loyo wan ma chala chuli lao ki west nile bo be chan ma tek donc gin miro ke team ikina ti gin ma ki woni compensation and igament mamegi itike gin ma eno ti gele moni master plan menene ne ki chulo ngo actually ki lango ki mo be lwenyi weng mabe do bi yele menene ni ibikati ki affirmative action nyo neno mano ki government mo we ko chung ni ka ki chulo dano ko ngi chulo dano lo ma kor ngore ni ja lo ka chulo dano lo ka dia ngini ko ngi chulo lo man me kiro dia bi do war ka chere ene na chere nyime pexe pian dok ara chele gan amera waj bori ya mor watiki dok ori makaro eli mia ngwen ki piar bij so ka ine mer chul dok ar ka chele dia bija bij ki ket ke ni eni ko ni dia chele milion rio ka dong chulu chende jani ma wele tiri ni diga do gamente chura ngoma tika nen ma nyon ni ko ne pe umera maybe ka gira dwo bori la detu wajani emero ni ripwa me Uganda ubela chele la nen ma nyuru ni en me ripwa buberu kit magloni national balancing ikit me miyo jammi to ale chalo boto kaj malweni berutie ibi miyo dok iyo dok mana be dok mabo ya go be mabe foi mata
yes chimba di tolo we ko nyokiri no tabira biro angwen na chira ngwen abichi chiro hello ko foi rini
ko foi to la tema el que dio más anyway.
Yes, we're looking
Man Stephen Kipaye.
Stephen Kipaye.
Yes, he and I can't talk appointment there to go about honorable peace. We need not to take down it. The town bad. Then he can't move on with it now. You Dimana ay yene beru ke yena ana jur bolu bi tar no ni kano te duru do ay yene na ya kompeti amban pango pe do ya madir mandre faro lo bito ni ter bino mayo ke do no ya te ter da to durmier ke wiri we ko ha ini gimana sih ke ya pagamento ya no ke le pegi tiene everything is all out there kono dimio wen iwini ewira am out there ngem tuele yena ke ko ru mo no ya mamaki manu wen ya ata bere
oh Stephen tell ka pente tell comme la peine comme
edom ana wiyo me mi ro do ma pe pa ni an to no home industry ne ko be ke na wan bulu ati lacking treatment won industry ka ni pe na wa ka na pe pa so yan pa so da ti no mi ka ri bulu me ya ka ti ni ko no wa no man ma ko wa ko re pe me ko da ka ye na no no fa te tar me ko na da ko ri ma ta yan ka yin wi manifesto na ya ta ka male tuki nyoto na nyoto kai tama no mio tuki teme jam piro ge ko yan mi muta kama nenge ka
for Stephen from Peje he really appreciated you for the good manifestos, and he really prayed that if at all the election is supposed to be today, it should have happened the same way you have really outlined your manifesto. And secondly, also lodged a little bit of complaint about the referral hospital. That you go there, no medicine, you go and you have to buy from outside, go and do this from outside. So that's actually what Stephen basically talked about. Hello? Hello, Speak FM. Yes. For man?
And Bernard Kipade.
Yes, Bernard Kipade.
I want you to la bit lower.
long bello. Nanti kita pengen cie.
Yes.
Yang wajah ni luti pagamento, ekonomi, politik, mau induknya. Luti yang dia bukan nono, luti demo bukan lagi kui. Kalau menyeri bandong kalau berkacolo, gangpan macam yang dong bapak kita macolo luti apa?
Okay.
Ni ayo. Wajah ni, luti pagamento mau butuh kira wow. Berpere. Ecco già berpere o di varia pagamento, ma che c'è lo che vuoi già una donna. No, va para lo pere, lo corre per si vuoi che aria. Lo che ho bevuto ni te che lo me già la guerra ne che can. Lo come la wan quan qui va mi lo mai lo te der da con lo te pagamento e do di anche quando non vanno te der ma io non voglio del buon qui no.
Oh, Bernard from Pade says that you made mention that children of the civil servant, especially teachers, they may study for free. What about for them as the electorates, the voters? What will happen to their children?
No, but we have told, we have explained, the children will go to school, study, they will be teachers, and they will eat food at what? School. Now, where the issues are coming in is maybe at a university or whatever.
At university level.
At university level, where the government is going to take a lot of costs. Because even by the way, I studied for free in the university. We're doing the numbers. I can tell you it is even possible for people to study for what? For free. But the thing with this like in university, whereby they say they sponsor 4,000 in the government, then the rest must pay for themselves. And the children who pay for themselves are the children of the poor, because they have not gone to good schools, they have stayed there and they have performed not badly, but they are going to the university.
Okay.
Now, our time is you pass, you go to the university, whatever level you are, you're free. Now, what we're trying to say that such money should be shared equally among what? All the children who are going to what? The universities.
Sorry.
So that if it was now, say each one gets about 500,000, then the parent might add on 500,000 for the children to what? To study. Whether you passed from Gulu or you passed, which one, the law school here? From Gulu, say so.
Maybe college.
Maybe
No, maybe it's good.
Places.
a watch.
There's a watch, yes. There are those ones who come. Because they are called zero grazing. We are going to improve them, and let me tell you the truth. It is possible to make schools to compete. I was in a primary school in the village. In a village school, and from there I went to Busogout College of Management. I had so many colleagues who came from actually here. And they were proud people because they had cows and cotton. Now I feel bad.
Anyway, let's get more calls. Hello, speaker phone.
Hello.
Before you check my guy, Moja sikanya goga.
Badana Kandago.
Yeah, Yakagago district, yes.
Yeah, I'm cooking the Canada chair more.
Locom? Right for you, yes.
Yes, and more than the tree, Jackal, I'm not there. So, no one knows what I tell you, because they're not America. Like you okay, you think I are one of the okay. Then I'm not what you do. So, could you imagine that? Kalau banyak orang yang jadi yo warna tu nampak lah. Yang kan yo kita nampak lah. Wala tu kita yo. Esok hari mana kita nampak. So ada orang yang dah siap. Sekarang orang dah ada. Siapa orang yang?
Alright.
Ya yo. Orang yang marah ni dah. Komisi kita kena hobi. Ini ni apa? Ini ni apa? Orang yang kena yang dah dah. Ini kita nak kita.
Okay.
I'm not white in the number I'm getting another one. I think I am. Then I kill my number. We are not really. Hopefully, show the magic from Daria. So the medicine of what you know, you both are in show. I can have a good walk with one notification of the medicine from Daria.
Mojas from Karaoke is actually he's from Agago. He said that he just supplemented about the bad condition of roads within Agago district. And he said that what you mentioned about the development of Agago is really true. And secondly, he also posed the question that you're in opposition. We have seen other opposition members being abducted, arrested, harassed. If you come to this government, will you see the same thing on what is happening on these other oppositions who are being abducted, carcerated, or what? That's what he's trying to ask about in his submission.
I deal with it now?
Eh?
I deal with it now, I wait.
Now you wait a bit. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, speak FM. Before you know, Mangani? Peter, yes, Peter, go to me. You will say yes. Of what, Peter? Peter from Gulu City, you also hinted on the payment, the amount of money they're paying for the motorcycle. That you talked about it, but it goes up to around 11 million for you to clear a loan you have acquired for motorcycle. Hello?
Hello?
Speak FM.
Yes, Martin.
Yes, Martin Kobia.
Yes, please. I would like to say, but I want to appreciate the president of the Republic of Uganda. Yeah, I would call him the president because in the campaign like this, declare the nation vacant. The time from now, we can declare him president of the country. And number two, I would like maybe to have the management of the speaker to actually make us to hear the voice of our president. Yeah, what the president has been saying, it is true. And indeed, the country, I could call in, we are in the state of emergency. What is happening right now in our country, Uganda, is not a whole lot. It is like, it is not supposed to be done. First of all, I would like to know from him, because I have not heard about him talking about the numbers of the MPs, the legislators. We are over 500 something. What is he going to do about it?
That one I can answer immediately. In our manifesto, the number of MPs are going to be reduced. We're saying every district should be represented by 2 MPs, a female and the other one directly. Yes.
Number two is like I did not heard about him speaking about it. The actual government functions which are consuming the money for nothing. For instance, RDC has no use completely. So we have the RDC of the district, we have the district, we have the DPC, right? So we have the LTCI. So all those positions, if it comes to power, Mr. President, are going to help us because we are paying a lot of money. And number 3, NRM as a party is using their positions. They fail to identify the party and the country because you look at what is called fake and NEC. They are responsible to appoint those political leaders. If he says, what is he going to? Is he also going to do the same? Because yes, we have actually been in this government for quite long. We have seen that the fishes started getting rotten from the batch. And is we, the party, going to do the same thing as the NRM is doing? Because the country is spending at the expense of the party. You see this? So there are 4 questions that I have for him. Is that, yes, of course, I had him talking about the corruption and everything, so I was following certain page today. Because like we have seen a certain investor has been cheated on for by the government officials. What is he going to do about it because the corruption has become new normal to the country. So I've not had impressive results. And lastly, the last question that I want to also to assure me, because I am the staunch MDC party, and I believe in him. And even if the top of my head today, even my spirit will vote for him. Even if I'm the only one, I can vote for him, and I'll go for him. So, and luckily, if we fail, of course, I know that this government keep on cheating. What is our next move? What is our plan B?
All right.
Because we need to ask yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Martin, for your time. Thank you so much, Martin, for your time. Maybe you get back to Martin's concern briefly, then we have to receive more 2 calls. Then we come back to conclude.
Yeah. You see, we have to rationalize jobs. First of all, there must be equitability in jobs in the country. Not one region having no jobs. You don't live and understand. I think they are taking 16% or 12%. That's what they came out. So half of the region takes 12%. While one region takes about 60%. Another one, I think about that. That's being unfair. Now, there are jobs, like this is a constitutional matter. That we call for amendment. Now, the reason RDCs are being really targeted is that they are not doing their work. If they were, if they were doing their work, they would have been nobody would have questioned it. For example, they become partisan in the politics like now, which is not right. For example, they don't supervise. You see, they're the ones who should be now first class to report instances of problems in the district, like no service delivery, because that is the representative of the president. Now, but they have failed. That's why everybody is against them. Because if this was doing the work, there would be a lot of service delivery, they would have commended them. But I want to assure you that there will be rationalization of work. And there will be job evaluation to see how government jobs, because again we have confirmed, you may look at the RDC, but there are some offices which are really consuming big monies, which are not necessarily supposed to consume the money. Now that's why I was saying we're going to put money in the productive sector and remove money from non-productive sector. Now like the MPs, what we have said, the MPs, in fact the maximum, the number of MPs should be in parliament should be 200. Maximum, that's one money I'm going to fund. Then that one we are releasing about 329. These people consume, by then they eat food in parliament. They eat food. Now you say that, do you also eat? I've never eaten. Because I don't see it necessary. They use toilets, water. And
so they charge their phones?
They charge their power. They even live in their offices with light. When they should have switched it off. They live even in taps of water running because they don't so these are the things I'm giving. So the cost is too high. And as he's talking about corruption, I am aware corruption is everywhere. And the easiest, by the way the corruption is known, it is in procurement, the big portion. You know this procurement. This pen is about maybe 2,000 or 1,000. But in the government, they will buy it 50,000. You remember when they bought pens in Bank of Uganda? Each pen was going for 300 and over 300,000.
Each pen?
Yeah, each pen. It was even more than a packer. So these are the things you want to tell you. In the parliament, let me give an example. I have a generator of 100 kV. You know how to do business. And that's also I want to tell you about business. I'm so sorry about businessmen. They are suffering with taxes. Many of them are collapsing. Nobody's looking after them because of many expenses and loans. And this one is deliberately for to save businessmen so they don't go there. But I bought a generator of 100 kV, 100. I think I paid the 8 million. But Parliament bought it over 500 million. The same one.
The same type?
The same one from Pakistan. I asked the Tayyib and the speaker said, how do you on earth do you buy a generator of 500 million when this generator is less than 100 watt?
You bought at 80 million? 80,
brand new.
80 million.
80 million. And by then that one includes VAT. So if I remove VAT because Parliament has no VAT most cases, maybe it's about 60.
60 million.
Yes. So if it was Parliament to buy it without VAT. But those are the things we see every day. In local government, we know. That's why the quarterly release, after that, they disappear from the district. No extension worker, no what. Nobody's there to supervise. So I want to tell my brother, is it Ben?
Bernard.
But this one, I'm going to fix it. No, Martin. This one, I'm going to fix it, and I'll come to an emergency. By the way, we were sitting on the time bomb. They used this youth were playing cards, waiting Morungi and Amira. They will wake up. Is it called what nowadays when they leave school? Lagu something. Lagu, yeah. Hey! Recently they were saying where they went to a function. They went and grabbed the saucepan of what? Of food. That is the beginning. They are going to break people's necks.
Mr. President, one day, one of the military officers was traveling back to the 4th Division. He was beaten along the way opposite Gulu Independent Hospital by the same brothers and sisters of ours who are on the streets.
The Lagos?
Yes.
The Lagos, I saw them. And do you know that the Lagos, they are the guys who are dropping out before reaching what? P7. The anger is boiling up. I want to tell Ugandans, the earlier we will arrest this situation, the better. Those youth have been energetic, they are going to be diesel. So that's what I want to tell you, that it's not that. So Plan B, we see, I want everybody to vote. Rule number one, let us go and vote. And when we vote, let us guard our vote. I had a certain general saying you should leave a polling station. When I have my thing there, how do I live? I'll stand there and watch. I'm not disturbing the exile. But what I want to tell you is that Amin said, if you have a biased referee, you must score a goal whereby even a blind person
knockout.
No, seriously, goal. You cut the net and whatever. So we want to vote overwhelmingly. I want to beg you, everybody, by the way, who is not disgusted, even those who are putting on yellow, are feeling the pain. The pain is there's no hospital for them. There's no school for them. They also go to the same schools, go to the same hospitals, they use the same roads. Life is too hard. But I met a chairman of Arua NRM district working. They have taken his property because of money problem. This number told me he's looking from 7 to bail him out. But he's already in the NRM meeting. I think he cannot even afford to reach him. But that's not the right to do it. The best way to do it, there must be a mechanism not to allow businesses to what? Collapse. Whichever type of business, when it has a problem, we must find out, is it taxes? We handle it. Is it a loan? We handle it. And the reason why the loans are killing people, we have not capped the interest. No country will allow their country to have uncapped. We have not dealt with money lenders. In fact, yesterday, a lady called the Anam officer from Gulu, when I was on the radio in Lango, he called, he said, for me, I'm doing business, but we don't have money lenders here in Sudan, because I mentioned it, that there's no money lending in Kenya, there's no money lending. I wanted to give you an example of neighborhood here, but there's the word money lending in what? In Uganda.
All right. So many people want to actually talk to you this evening, but the time is also running like nothing. We have only 15 minutes to go. Maybe I'll pick 2 more calls. And there is one person from, he's in Russia. He's called...
Russia?
Yeah, he's in a city called Ufa. In Russia. He said that a foil did Cherki presidential candidate, Mafabi, Logmamega, ki manifesto ne, miet ento kit politics me Uganda ni, no new anema pelaring. Pero repair. He's talking about unity in this country and saying that what plans does he have to consolidate national unity and reconciliation in the country. Anyway, thank you so much for his coming to Gulu this evening. For Matakumera, ki Russia, can you maybe this last caller? Hello, Speak FM.
Hello. Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
This is Richard.
Richard, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Boyikwe, that is in Jero municipality.
Buikwe in Jail municipality.
Oh, my favorite,
I
my
take the
fellow resident.
honor to appreciate my president and for boldly raising the FDC flag. As the leader, we are so very grateful for making FDC strong again. My question to the president has talked about the minimum wage. For the last 39 years, Mr. Museveni and the NRM government, they have failed to pass the minimum wage. So what I would like to know from the president, according to you, Mr. President, what rate of the minimum wage, what amount do you think that can be able to be given to Uganda from an investor? What amount of money can you set as once you become the president of this country? Because you know, in Jero municipality, it is a United Nations. We have very many people came from Gulu, people came from Arua, people came from Mbale, Soroti, Tororo. They are here, and they are suffering a lot. You know, they are getting 3K a day. So how much do you think that we can set that this is the minimum wage that can help a Ugandan, a young youth to develop in this country?
Thank you so much, my brother from Buikwe district. Let me get back to you, Honorable, then we can conclude.
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe I can start with Richard. Thank you so much. You know, I read that of you also. That's the Ukraine is part of me. What's the minimum wage? Let me give you an example of sugarcane cutters. They give them 3,000 shillings
Per day.
to go and cut. So in the 25 days they get 75 what? 75,000. I think I'm right there. Now, no, the total bill is 75. They are 20 days. Now, there's rent, there's transport, there's food. You need to save something.
There's medication.
There's education. How can somebody survive on 75,000? It's too painful. And these in sugarcane, they come when they have cut them. That's why you get them mostly put on sacks.
They're chased by snakes there.
And then snakes are there. They have very sharp pangas. Sometimes pangas cut them because they are very sharp to cut. So a minimum wage should be the one which looked after what we have said, the basic needs. How much is a house in Jinja? If I'm employing you, you see, you can not say minimum wage in Kampala will be the same minimum wage in my village. Because the rent of a room in my village is not the same as the rent in Kampala. So the Kampala, you must say, what can somebody get afford? How much is rent for this person? How much is for food? How much is for transport? How much is for Medicare? But now for Medicare, we're going to resolve it. Because you will go to the hospital, you will be treated. But you will need transport to reach that hospital. But you will need better food when you're in the hospital. Your education, we're going to resolve it. But also when it comes to a certain level, you must save money for that higher level for your children. But also you need also to save, you must have a house. You must also get out of rented properties. These are things, you need a house, you need a bicycle, you need a motorcycle. So these are the consideration we're going to put so that somebody has to save to acquire, to build wealth for himself or herself.
So we can have a definite figure for that?
No, we can't. But you take it, I've just told you. Now, let me tell you, the civil service, I don't know if you are training. If you went to Kenya, you traveled to Kenya, and I'm sure even other people, they would pay a rate which is lower than if you traveled to Denmark. Denmark, the cost of living is so high. You can't give somebody only $200 or $300. You must give him about $600 to get a small room like a cubicle. I don't know those who have gone to Denmark and all. But while here in Kenya, you will get a room for $50. So the rates differ on the areas how you are going. This is known world over. World over it is known. So even that's why in the international world, the rate of staying in a hotel, you are paid according to the standard of living of that world, of that world. So that one, but there will be a minimum minimum wage. Now, in Kampala, supposing you decide to go and stay very far from the job, that means the cost of transport will go high. So you must balance the equilibrium. So me, I want to tell you the minimum wage, well computed to date. Let me give us an example of licenses. A license in Gulu city is not the same as a license in Kampala. They are different rates. But also there is international. You see, I feel bad. You get somebody has put a roadblock to tax these poor women and men who are taking matoke, small bananas, granuts. This country is really in a problem. It needs somebody who likes it to deal with it, and that's me. Now, my brother from Russia, how do you know? You see, Uganda needs a truth-telling now. I will put up a truth-telling commission. You remember when Mandela came out? They had to do that. And the people come and speak out them and they say, I'm angry with you, you did this to me, but I'll forgive you. You know when somebody speaks out, he pours it out his mind and the things come out. This one will be done. Okay. And how do you recall that? Because again, you have to start preaching people that this is your brother, your sister. This will need the government to be intervened. In fact, in South Africa, they had to go an extra mile to bring people from West Africa, the Nigeria, the Ghana, to really deal with the Boers so that the tempers go down. Go down. Because if they have left the South Africans to do it, they would have killed the white people because they were determined to that exercise after Mandela came out of what? Prison. There was anger. So there will be that and whatever. That's why we're saying. And this comes from a leader. Now, like me, I'm telling you, I come here to reconcile. I come here to bring unity. I am not witch-hunting anybody. I don't bring hatred. That's why I cannot say, oh, President Museveni has done nothing. No, we're saying he has done something, but what he has done is not enough to what you have given him. And that's why I'm saying, no, we have no issue. The matter came for what you did. What you have done in 40 years is different. We gave you money in form of taxes, but what you have delivered is not there. It's very little. We gave you 75 trillion per year. You know, we spent, what failed you? You see, what he's doing now, by the way, he's saying, it is Nandala who defeated, who refused him to make what? Roads. Are you aware of about that? How, if I cannot stop you to not amend the constitution from age limit, which is to term limit, how would I stop you in roads? Then I have asked him a question. Okay, assuming I stopped you in the roads, now the money must be in the bank account. Tell me where the money of the roads is, in which account is it? By the way, I see now recently they're going to borrow 8.3 trillion from a commercial banks so that we can be able to do some roads. We are really in danger. That's why instead of 10 kilos, they're giving us what? 1 kilo.
Okay.
Now those are the things which are
Thank you so much. Let me actually get back to this.
But let me finish this. This one of motorcycles has helped me to understand. Opposition, I can't arrest anybody. That's why we're saying we need human rights to work, and there will be no political prisoners. And I want to tell you that human rights is going to work. All political prisoners will be arrested, and we shall have no engagement with people who provide political judgments. You have seen our youth are crying. We must deal with it everywhere. Now, the youth, I want to tell you at my heart, and I want to tell you that you will be the people who will benefit in employment as quick as possible because we are energetic, produce the country. Moses talked about Gago roads, they are bad. I got stuck in water. We lost 5 cars, 5 cars. Now from there we reached the Kalamo. To come back, there was a place in the middle there. It was bad. Some cars knocked each other because we were following each other. Agago River, After leaving Agago River, we lost 5 cars because the water went in English. We had to use water carriers. I hope you saw them being brought here on Tulila on car carriers. But also when we left that, now we're going to use the Maram Road to come so that we come to Padel. And then we join. We go to the jam after Tomona coming. We go to the road very bad. We lost 2 cars there. Then from there, we reach the road now going to Lira. Cars are the good sort. We lost a car there. So in the process, we lost 8 cars. And that's bad. So that means people of Agag were in problem, and they had we wanted to go back and finish something, but we discovered that we can't because of roads again. We can't even now set roads even ourselves. So I sympathize with you, but these are the processes I'm going to do very fast because this should be tarmac, the bridges should be done. I can tell you it is important for ourselves. Manifesto is good, yes, and I can tell you it's a good manifesto, Stephen. I want everybody to buy in this manifesto because it shows the challenges and the solutions.
Okay. Afama tek kadi kanya mimi the chawo tu mo ngode ngene kamera
Now, the soft copy is on the website www.fdc.uk or www.nandaramafami1word.com.
Thank you so much. We can't told you America about the president. We told the camera Maria Bokan. Yeah, very link all this while. Pian deal to do you can but figure this guy nobody when you're gonna knock. Can Kakilomera James when we knock card on game 3 you deal with him. Ajuri.
Appointed moderator. Nyanda Plakat President. I met a lock my knock my look now na tell. I met a lot of Jamel Moro. No one you right by you. Waberuki mobilization. Ni presidential flag bearer, our right honorable Nandala Mafabi Tikabion. But why you Moro? Waberuki again, ni Waberuki rally, I Opet Town Council. Atoki Guma Raj, Peraj pa Gulu. One Jamel Moro, President Football Beruketwa. Mario, a cock born to tour, a bedumano knock, my Anna warrior, Pero Machan Lane. Well, Joma Bibo Lukui, Tamgi Pere, it come one Yawatiki, Nero, Kilo, Moatika Chato, Malupe, Kipero, Mati Kianwa. Lupe ki pero matikin gang ma wan wa tamani miro wa chere wa lore ye dan wan gitini la chuni eni mo bien ni ma be mi yo chele adi donc ba electoral commission wa chele chene mo ma wan miro wa mi pe donc ke chene tie ka chalo am ne pa bien ka poko chene ana bien kamio tamba a bien ki fon mano no ma atika wa chikilo tuane ana ya doambi donc lok matek ma guru como moro da guru ene ye ngom me te a chen ki charo ngom ene ki charo bo dana ma lok le ba chuli chalo an ma nye bana chuli ma ini tamani itika me ngom ki dana ma bajo ento kun la wil ngom ti ko inge kuya ma wa bi nge yo ne ka che wa bolo kwi ma lupe ki miri pa NRM. Kawami ukwi ki luwangi mechere parliament. Wehi lok malubu chatu ngom iya chuli ki laki. Wangayu mabe ni eniti luen matek koma chuli ma wana chuli ki joma yang guberi parliament wiyati guberi ki duon matek ni iya chuli ngom pe ki charo. Pien ngom were pere ngom beri pakwarwa, kumberi ngom mekwa, diri ngom parotian wa, diri maka pali kwaewa. Te lokene ya choli wed ngom pere, ngom padano weng. Donc kawa bolo kui mawa yiro wiwai boro, ngom me eno bichero. Piyan ngom me ni kilinyo mabe tutwale, itere pin kuno ti ye gol. Chik chimuni, ka ngom mi gwak lonyo mo ti tere, yen wed ngom mi no. Te lokene wundong ka wono bolo kui, Kilong nyo alea ngom me eno bichero. Jomo kene mapegu ye ni ngom gi ki wil. Bene don ki kwanya kwa menono. Lutua akwe uni. Okonywa. Omine wakwi wan opposition. Wekwa chat wa chung itu malupe kitwer pa wun. Lukian gang. Apoy.
Apoy twal. Omera James Orian. Abinu ngucha mekele won jobo kene. I studio ni almana jem. Atea yubune mekele wu. Kwa ngak mapon. Anze kya bana chen bita watu moto akara chamo kene la dita na don do
afoy la dit la do yo afoy bana flag bearer mamwa me jalle beru jalle kenen kerbo mar ka fatin ero beru dong jale me chuin men machalo president beru te dero we ho ye char kamo iken but la did speak la did la do yo pero mengom tie kirwa borwa ya chwa ben pero tie ino ne ngom kitie kitiga mai ngom in the name of forest reserve ma ko Maxton ne on ke furo ke di wo ke cover ma ke ne no do di luak ma gweng di atwal ya WhatsApp county ma dano dul dano kumbe ne gipe ki ngom forest reserve ku karo Maxton ku mero voro mo go bien walo kore chile anu ne amero wacho lo gachel ne ka dano ku cher ka bolo kui pe ke bet wan po tika de ko ngarumo kirwo me go bet mate yana bien gen ma diu a choli no di a choli gen ma diu luak me Uganda diu dano duju dano po ne ka wan tika wai ne ke bol kui ki joma tam ki pat ki pagamente no wanu de gamente te ke la tien waje ni beru maraj beta be no la tien pe degi da bene kala eguni wenye ya choli tiche tie diel ma chol tigi tiche me to mukulu gwen mata tigi tiche so nyopo kala eniano bolo kui we wante wayne konke bol mamwane kama jeme tie pian chala chwa urwenyo ke map me politik uno ka lok ti matek da lok mo no lok ma da lok ngom lok balal no pete ka binu uno bero FDC karpe mo ga biche ana ra mo char ko lok to ki deal mo ma ko te no ngar mo ne mi ku ne kila wore kumbe no lok ne ku ne ke kwal ka dong kwal ku ne itimo yengo wangan ma ke char ku ire bene dong le mo char ngayo je mo char du te ko kile on wan ka rom wale go ne management Gulu wan no wen wan candidate so wen ti wan bien wa yar lok eno ne kamaleng ar pe kombeti dar ben na twin gi tek tek ngar ma kan bi ne campaign pe ki kwe char ka winyu loke ginu mo kan ma ki kelo ben pu kwe e Gulu district don ke ne go dien piara ke waje ne candidate cher ke dien par cher wa par cher lo kan da president Museveni yo mio ti ka daru ke lo rio pe ki kwe karo ngaru ke luciana pe ke kwe ngaru ke t-shirt bene pe ke kwe ar we ke to ke I pe ke to ke wi
alright
ini ar bolo kui cher gwet fongwa afoy
abidu ku chama no kar chi waro wanyao ki won a team mount to 11 mama ba when women wo ke wo bi opole chaka cha wotumo no po no ne ndir no ni
amere no chalo wangang yes na titamane amero for Speak FM amero for Joma Woro with the candidates me pa party FDC or Juju me waje bot win radio e lo chwa party FDC lo tela me FDC ni Joma ge wachi FDC o tore gene gi nge tore but wan watie makume tere gi chere kin gang inomo en Joma ge wani FDC o tore fot gi ti gala ma pa FDC ti gi kala pa FDC ti don wati lego me chalo karan me dit papa te FDC me ana chung me kaka la dit secretary general papa te FDC me chalo ti chalo presidential candidate me megwa pe ye nga mo ke kero ti kwedu en jo me ti kwedu kiri ene diri ma ge nen wo ya da ti lego lu chung ho tujo o ti mo abe picha mo diewa we dong la dit me megwa o tuwe loko wane ni mela chen kera dong ema waje kwene bilu lu chungu gya chela chen rom me papa bibi ni radio kanyo tiro tamu ana for mata
yes madam but maybe in 2 minutes or 3 your last word to our dear listener this evening.
No, for me, I want to thank the people who are listening to us, and I want to thank those who made the calls. I'm so grateful. That means they are listening to us, but also I want to ask you that kindly support us, lend us your vote for 5 years. I want to ask everybody who is going to vote a key. You don't look at size, don't look at the height, look at what the people are going to deliver. I come as a worker, as an employee, not employer. I'm not a boss. I come as a worker. Give me an opportunity so that I can deliver these people of Uganda to a promised land. We come with knowledge. When we come with knowledge, this time this problem of Uganda needs a knowledge of somebody who has economics, who has the financial management, who loves people, who is ready to go an extra mile. But also I come with experience because I gave you about we just cooperative vineyard. An experience. I worked in the government when I was living, nobody wanted me to live. I went to World Bank when I was leaving, nobody wanted. That's why I'm still being asked to do some work. I have advised so many governments. I've done so many restructuring. Restructuring of Central Bank of England, Kuwait. I have done, I've advised on poverty issues and done models which have helped Tanzania, Kenya, India, Ghana, among so many of them. There are so many even in the Middle East I've worked on. So I want you to give me an opportunity to be your president who will resolve all the issues. You recall they wanted to make me a governor of Bank of Uganda, ran for many years. I said, I can't be a governor of Bank of Uganda. I want to be a governor of this country, Uganda, so that we can deal it together. I believe that if you give me an opportunity, we will reach the promised land. I am a teacher, all teachers should really be there for me. I am a professional, so all professionals should be there for me. I am a businessman, so businessmen should be there for me. I am a villager, so all the villagers should be there for me. I am a junk of everything, even I can repair a car, I can put on a tire, so I'm your own. So please come give me an opportunity. Then when they say they're protecting their gains, look into it. What gains are you protecting? If you are poverty, are you protecting poverty? If you are sick, are you providing sickness? Because we have had a guy, a colleague of us, go to hospital, he confirmed they are never given medicine, they tell them go out for x-rays and whatever. So which country is that when we pay our money to work for us? I believe all of you, God will talk to you and the result you will vote for me and my team of the king. It is time for change, and it is on the wall, the writings are on the wall. If you don't agree with me, I think I don't understand. And this is where I was saying God first, our country believes in, but I can tell you, the writings on the wall, change is today, not another day. And when you go on 15th and other subsequent, just look for the key and tick, and we will be there home dry. I also want to thank the radio, Speak FM, for giving us an opportunity to be here. If they were not giving us an opportunity, not have spoken. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. And on behalf of the team as well, we want to thank you for coming and for being part of this event today. We wish that next time you're most welcome to Speak FM again.
Thank you so much. Does Radit check want to translate those things?
Ladit Emma, Ladit presidential flag bearer Managua, Ladit Nathan James Nandala Makavi, maybe no Speak FM, the when teacher opportunity car maybe na nyim, no car obin, domeno lego ni, jomubero kabunyo radio. Gine donge choe ko otia, ni aloga mete. Mi ala boda chien ni, the businessman ma chien, me ti won kompa NRM, I Arua, Jimmy Wang, Jomelon, Liquano. Chi endo beru kabake ni miero ichi bot la diet Museveni we ho kwanye wet jim ne ngi dwa ko chi dong te la na rem dong chan dio kun gen gi ti gamente chi dong im dong la pate mu kene ni kono dong chan ba la dong ti I ko o ti ire dong mieri nen chi dong ni dwa para beach meduma chen ni do piero rio meduma chen ni do piero meduma chen ki ni dwa angwen meduma rio Chiri gwet mera fungwa chi in ibino ni alo me ini miero ni tie gidong na ni wachini alo plan B mo ka ken pere gena ene waje pot win radio juju o chiet mere I wel me duong o gwet mere kui do beno gwet I wa kui chalo FDC were alo bine yo me mol jim mugo me chalo me politics por me timango geni wabine na la chen wan po abiber kalboko dana ta pingo wangeni in dana bado do ine bene yobo ana po mate
Before it run, mego MP make you sitting probably seconds but not well we don't make a chill more pieno di lo ba pegi de ka chill multo ya wa studio ki mo gene
Apoyo la Win Radio. Apoyo la Win Radio. Pichawa madong walawa. Mira for the Lodge Speak FM. Atipi mege ne Gulu City. ndo amira watch kama leng bor la win radio kila bol kui mati Gulu City ni abi chung bi mege ndo abi mako flag pa FDC ma abi lego lu megi na mo kene magiti NRM ni kongo por ngeya loin ni eni fulge betwaro an ko berati na no wan wati lu chon mesete wana rio ke kan an ki mego right honorable all better chan ma en bela dong abi leyo katiane en don ko bieno we am da ko cherati kita en do fonya kere gang ki leyo ba wachi wori be leyo gang ti en do nga lego mego kon de bi we min de bi don kan ke chim no kia ma be ni am da ko ti mete ki cher ka yapo do golo mo kana ke
Avoy Omer ma moro i seconds no
Avoy mater Omer atamo Amira for try radio speak me verikal mi wagum melo kilwa Amira for president Mamekwa madiri majawa keri share ngine an particular mo pol gibara ikilar no kuja wan goki do karo don korone me goki de kare koro don ga juni pian peti gi karo mo so in pepet kiloro anati gi gan mada juya waje bolu tuani letit ko mamet bolo bia iyo gange
dama chalo
lo mat yenyo akera agrikay ene yete wudi ma mago gwen me kero de golia
anyway when you look anyway a forward team me go speak if we can job like streaming one line ke kenyon kilo ngene una wa technical staff ke tigma tech mo go team tiana matin ba me won gum wara makane mo kenne yu mo jar ko mara bi studio kacharo butabe me speak FM